Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Alchemist. Today we are going to see the S block elements. Let's get into the video. What are S block elements? Atom having lost valence electron present in the S suborbital are known as S block elements. Okay, the elements of group 1 and group 2 of the modern periodic table are known as S block elements. S block consists of 14 elements. It is divided into two types, that is group 1 as alkali metals and group 2 as alkaline earth metals. The alkali metals are lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium. And the alkaline earth metals are beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium and radium. And now we are going to see the electronic configuration of S block elements. Okay. We know that S block is divided into alkali and alkaline earth metals. Now we are going to see the electronic configuration for alkali metals. The alkali metals in S block consist of single valence electron in their outermost shell, that is S1, NS1. This outermost electron is loosely held, which makes these metals highly electropositive, due to which they are not available in the free state in nature. This is the electronic configuration of alkali metals or group 1 elements. The group 1 elements are lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium, and the symbol for this is LiNa, RdCs and Fe. This is the electronic configuration. Electronic configuration is filled according to the Hoffer principle. The Hoffer principle states that the lower energy orbitals fill before higher energy orbitals. Okay. See this: 2s1, 3s1, 4s1, 5s1, 6s1 and then 7s1. Okay. Increasing order of atomic number. The outermost electronic configuration is ns1 and the n changes accordingly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. See this kind of electronic configuration is based on the noble gases, that is helium 2s1 is the electronic configuration of lithium, and then neon 3s1 is the electronic configuration of sodium, and then argon 4s1 is the electronic configuration of potassium, and then krypton 5s1 is the electronic configuration of rubidium, and then xenon 6s1 is the electronic configuration of cesium, and then radon 7s1 is the electronic configuration of francium. And now we are going to see the electronic configuration for alkaline earth metals or group 2 elements. The group 2 elements are beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium and radium. Okay. And then this is the electronic configuration, this based on Hoffer principle, and the valence shell is ns2, that is 2s2, 3s2, 4s2, 5s2, 6s2, 7s2. The other way of filling is the noble gas electronic configuration, that is helium 2s2 is the electronic configuration of beryllium, and neon 3s2 is electronic configuration of magnesium, argon 4s2 is electronic configuration of calcium, krypton 5s2 is electronic configuration of strontium, xenon 6s2 is the electronic configuration of barium, radon 7s2 is the electronic configuration of radium. Okay. The outermost electronic configuration of alkali metals is ns1, and the outermost electronic configuration of valence shell of alkaline earth metals is ns2. Okay. N is based on the atomic number. Properties of S block elements. Both alkali and alkaline earth metals show a regular graduation in their properties among their respective group of elements. But the first member of both S block elements, namely lithium and beryllium, differ much from the rest of their members, that is diagonal relationship. They resemble more with the diagonal element present in the next column. Okay. Anomalous behavior of S block elements. The first point is low atomic and ionic size. and the next one is greater charge density, and the next one is greater polarization, and next one is absence of d orbital. Now we are going to see the chemical properties of s block elements. The first one is atomic and ionic radii. Atomic and ionic radii of alkali and alkaline earth metals increases on moving down the group. When the S block elements of modern periodic table are observed, it is seen that the size of alkali metals is larger when compared to other elements in a particular period. As the atomic number increases, the total number of electrons increases along with the addition of shells. On moving down the group, the atomic number increases. As a result, the atomic and ionic radius of the alkali metals increases. And the next one is ionization energy. As we go down the group, the size of atom increases, due to which the attraction between the nucleus and the electrons in the outermost shell decreases. As a result, the ionization energy decreases. The ionization energy of alkali metals is comparatively lesser than other elements. And the next one is hydration enthalpy. As the ionic size of the elements increase, the hydration enthalpy decreases. Smaller the size of the ion, the hydration enthalpy is high as the atom has a capacity to accommodate a larger number of water molecules around it due to high charge ratio and hence gets hydrated. On moving down the group, the hydrogen energy also decreases. And now we are going to see the physical properties of S block elements. In S block elements, the density of alkali metals increases down the group. The exception is the density of potassium is less than the density of sodium. The alkali metals have a low melting and boiling point due to the weak metallic bonding. And then the flame test. We know the flame test. This is the reason for this. The alkali metals under respective salt have the capability to impart color to the oxidizing flame due to heat generated from the flame, which excites the valence electron from one energy to the another energy level. So, this helps in detection of alkali metals in flame test. And then diagonal relationship. Alkali and alkaline exhibit a diagonal relationship. Diagonal relationship in S block exists between adjacent elements which are located in the second and third period of the periodic table. That is this and this. For example, lithium of group 1A, that is lithium of group 1A, and the second magnesium of group 2A have diagonal relationship, okay? And then the properties of beryllium and the properties of aluminium are same. The two elements which show similarities in their properties can be called as diagonal pair or diagonal neighbors. Similarities of lithium and magnesium. Lithium has a diagonal relationship with magnesium, we know that, and the atomic radius of both elements is close, that is, lithium has 152 picometer and then magnesium has atomic radius of 160 picometer. And the electronegativity value are also same, that is, lithium has 1.0 and magnesium has 1.2. Both lithium and magnesium are quite hard. The hydroxides are weak bases. Lithium reacts with N2 to form lithium nitrate, while magnesium also reacts with the nitrogen to form magnesium nitrate. Other members of the group do not display this characteristic. These points we already see the atomic radius is quite same and the radius of are not much different from each other. The polarizing power are also same and the electronegativity are also same, and then both magnesium and lithium decomposes water, only slowly liberating hydrogen. Similarities of beryllium and aluminium. We know that beryllium and aluminium have diagonal relationship, okay? They have similar characters. Now we will see the characters. Both form oxoanions in strong base. For example, berylate and aluminate. Both have bridge bonds in the hydrides and chlorides. They are oxides or coatings that are impervious to water, amphoteric, extremely hard with high melting points. Some aluminium and all beryllium compounds have significant covalent character. If you have any doubts, put it in the comment box. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos.